The Galactic Academy's xenobiology laboratory fell silent as Professor Vexrin stared at the holographic display. The genetic sequence spinning before her 3 eyes made no sense. It couldn't be real. "Run it again," she ordered, her mandibles clicking nervously. Her assistant, a young Corthan named Dreel, initiated the scan for the 5th time. The human exchange student, Marcus Webb, sat patiently on the examination platform, completely unaware of the chaos his blood sample had unleashed. Marcus was the first human to attend the academy in the 50 years since Earth had been contacted. The 19-year-old had earned his place through exceptional performance in theoretical physics, but the mandatory health screening had revealed something impossible. The results materialized again. "Identical. By the infinite void," Vexrin whispered. She turned to face the human, her typically composed demeanor cracking. "Mr. Webb, do you know anything about your ancestry? Anything unusual in your family history?" Marcus shrugged, his casual human gesture still strange to observe. "Not really. My mom's side is from Brazil, dad from Scotland. Pretty standard mix." "Why? Is something wrong with my blood work?" Vexrin's scales rippled, a sign of deep distress among her species. "Wrong? No. Impossible? Yes." She magnified a portion of the genetic code. "This sequence here, it's Valkorian." The word hung in the air like a death sentence. Dreel dropped the data tablet he was holding. "That's not possible. The Valkorians have been extinct for 12,000 years. They were the architects, the first civilization. I know what they were," Vexrin snapped. She looked at Marcus with newfound wonder and fear. Every spacefaring species in this galaxy carries trace markers of Valkorian intervention. They uplifted us all, guided our evolution, gave us the gift of sentience. But no one has ever found a living being with active Valkorian DNA. Until now. Marcus felt his stomach drop. "Wait, are you saying I'm part alien? Because I can promise you, both my parents are definitely human." "That's precisely the problem," Vexrin said, bringing up Earth's genetic database. She ran a comparison that made her blood run cold. "Mr. Webb, humans carry Valkorian markers too, just like every other species. But yours aren't dormant. They're active, expressing, functioning. You're not part Valkorian. You're somehow channeling their complete genetic legacy." Marcus stood up, his mind racing. "Okay, but what does that mean? What could I possibly do that?" The lights in the laboratory suddenly brightened, then dimmed. Every piece of equipment in the room activated simultaneously. Holographic displays erupted with data, scanners hummed to life, and the environmental controls began cycling through every possible atmospheric composition. Marcus held up his hands in alarm. "I didn't touch anything." Vexrin watched in awe as the equipment responded to his emotional state. "You didn't need to." Valkorian technology was biointegrated. It responded to their thoughts, their intentions. No species has been able to fully utilize the ancient devices we've discovered because we lack the genetic key. But you... She pulled up classified files, her security clearance barely sufficient. Images of massive derelict structures filled the screens. Dyson spheres, planet-sized computers, weapons that could reshape solar systems. "There are Valkorian installations throughout the galaxy," she explained. "Abandoned for millennia. Our greatest scientists have spent centuries trying to unlock their secrets. Most remain sealed, waiting for authorization codes we've never been able to provide." She turned to Marcus, her expression grave. "Until now." Marcus felt the weight of her words. "You think I could access them?" "I think you could reactivate an empire that once spanned the entire galaxy," Vexrin said. "The question is, why now? Why you?" The Valkorians engineered hundreds of species, guided the development of thousands of civilizations. Why would their legacy suddenly awaken in a human? Before Marcus could respond, the Academy's emergency systems activated. Through the laboratory windows, they could see ships entering orbit, hundreds of them representing every major species in the Galactic Council. Drill checked his communicator, his face pale. "Professor, the Council has issued an immediate summons. They want Marcus Webb brought before them immediately. Word has already spread." Marcus looked at his shaking hands. 24 hours ago, he'd been a physics student worried about exams. Now, he was apparently the genetic heir to a civilization that had created gods. "What happens now?" he asked quietly. Vex Rin placed a gentle claw on his shoulder. "Now, young human, you get to decide whether you'll become the bridge between